Hey everyone, of course, welcome to the next edition of Forum Bites. In this episode, we talk about the 5 red flags you can... Another subscriber. Take 2. Hey everyone, of course, welcome to the next edition of Forum Bites. In this episode, we talk about the 5 red flags you can use to determine if your forum may actually be in some trouble. Now, these 5 red flags are really just designed to give you a little bit of a heads up of the possible challenges that are coming to your forum. If you have a couple of these red flags, it's not guaranteed that your forum is headed for a train wreck, but at least you can have a bit of a heads up about some possible waves that are coming your way. You can then use them to determine where parts of your forum may be dissatisfied or dysfunctional. And I've found having an early heads up makes our job as moderators or even forum members a lot easier. So the first red flag I'd like to talk about is when your numbers of your forum drop to 5 or below. Now, I know at times you have people leaving your forum and you're waiting for other members to come in. I know that some forums hold at 5 for a while so they can gel back together again before they welcome new members. But 5 or below, or the number of 5 or below in your forum for the long term, can definitely lower your forum value. Primarily because we make presentations in our forum to get experience shares, so we can make up our own mind of what we want to do. When we have less experience shares over time, forum value begins to drop. And that's just a little red flag to look for. So if you're at 5 now, just make sure you don't stay at 5 forever. The next red flag I'd like to talk about is the Gestalt or the forum mindset, which is the Gestalt protocol. It's when forums start to postpone or stop Gestalt for whatever reason. It could even be when someone's making a presentation and they ask for someone to give their opinion. I want your opinion. It's a very dangerous road to go down because you're now opening the can of worms of giving people opinions, which then opens the possibility that you may have people giving the wrong advice, which therefore can destroy your forum. If people want opinions, that's okay. Just do it outside a forum, not in the forum meeting. The next red flag will be moderator trained. Actually having a moderator that is trained. I know that may actually seem obvious, but when I took over my forum, I was untrained. I thought at the time I'll get around to that training eventually. And what ended up happening was I ended up having such a bad meeting structure because I was untrained. I had to then ask for forgiveness from my forum and go for another 12 months after my tenure had finished, primarily so I could do what I was supposed to do. So I would highly recommend not only the current moderator be trained before they take over. The best way to do that is have the elect also trained, so they're all set to take over and there's no issue where someone may be running the forum for a duration, like I did, that wasn't trained. The next one, of course, is lack of presentations or lack of prep. When I go to forums and I notice that people haven't filled out their forms or they haven't made a presentation in the last couple of months.
Yes, I know I use the word presentation instead of deep dive, which is a new way of talking about presentations going forward. For the people who know what I'm talking about, my apologies. I'm still getting my head around the new vernacular. But of course, for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry, I'll be making a video soon to explain it all to you soon. But without further ado, let's get back to the video.
When the basic process of forum value has fallen down, it's a red flag of where people are starting to lower the value or lower, I suppose, the importance of their forum experience. And along with that, of course, is a lack of constitution, or more importantly, which is the more of a common one, is they have a constitution, but they just don't follow it. And when I mean by follow it, I mean follow it to the T. The best question I ask a lot of forums when I talk about the Constitution is I just go to their forum and ask them a simple question. What's in their Constitution? If they can tell me what's in it, primarily at least most of it, it means it's a document that's being used. If they have to guess or I don't know when we actually reviewed it, it shows me that the forum has a Constitution but is normally not using it, or worse, not actually reviewing it. The next one I'd like to talk about, of course, is not having a retreat in the last 12 months. When it comes down to a forum, it's easy to skip a retreat each year. You know how we get busy, you set a date and it just, some things get in the way of being able to have a retreat. In the past, in my own forum experience, we decided to skip a retreat that year. It was just too busy, the typical reasons we give ourselves. And I can tell you that without a retreat, even a mini retreat, you lack the ability to set a focus for the next 12 months. We use our retreat to set our goals or review our goals and set how we're going to hold each other accountable. And what I found was when we didn't actually have a forum retreat, our accountability started to waver. Not because we weren't committed to each other as much as we were the previous year. It was just because we hadn't taken the time to make the plan to hold ourselves accountable to. So I would highly recommend, if you have a forum, setting a date which repeats every year to have a forum retreat, because believe me, they are critical to your forum success. Now, as I said before, these little tips are just designed to be able to give you a little bit of a heads up to some waves that might be coming on your forum experience ocean. They're not designed to tell you your forum is definitely in trouble, but what I've found is early warning makes it easier to take action now than reacting to a forum that just implodes. Now, as always, if anyone's got any questions whatsoever, please leave them in the comments section. If you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. Just hit that subscribe button now. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.